That's exactly right, Ashley and Brittany. This Safe Rest Village in Multnomah Village wasn't operating at full capacity up until about a week ago. And what we found was that it's not uncommon for these types of organized camps to have empty beds. Now, we reached out to a handful of them across the city, and some have never been full. And the reason why? Well, many of the guidelines the villagers must follow, such as having a curfew or being sober, are turning them away. It's an all too common sight here in Portland. Tents covering the sidewalks, people sleeping on the streets, and not to mention the drug use and piles of garbage making its way into what were once sought-after neighborhoods.
And it's unbearable to watch your whole city become a dumpster fire.
This crisis is being met with solutions from various organizations, including the city's Safe Rest Village program, led by Commissioner Dan Ryan, with a focus on getting people off the streets and into tiny home villages, where they can access support and services. But as Shannon Singleton at the Joint Office of Homeless Services explains, it's not a quick fix.
We know shelter doesn't end people's homelessness, and not everybody wants to be in a shelter, and it's not required for you to go through shelter to be able to move back into housing.
The city's Safe Rest Villages are low barrier to entry, meaning adults can move in with their family and pets, but weapons and drugs aren't allowed. It's run on referrals through the city's Street Services Coordination Center. That's the first responders on the ground helping the homeless.
So what are you looking for in this referral process?
We're not putting any sorts of screening or anything in front of people to access. It's like an emergency shelter.
Last month, only 16 of the 30 beds at this Safe Rest Village were being filled. Just last week, they reached full capacity.
And what took so long to get to this point?
Honestly, it's just about the referral process and the access and ramp up. There wasn't anything particularly that my team has reported to me or that I heard from our city colleagues that were particular barriers to moving to full occupancy.
It's a complex problem, that's for sure.
Matt Huff runs Agape Village in Southeast. It opened 3 years ago and can hold about 15 people. It has never been full.
The most we've ever had here at one time was 8. Right now we have 6.
These villagers must go through background checks, be sober, and are only allowed to stay for about 12 months. In the past couple of years, they've had about 125 applications. Only about a third have actually moved in.
Not everybody's comfortable with the structure.
Like Jennifer Suprick.
I sleep right here in the back seat. I'm an addict, and my family doesn't condone it.
So usually it has something to do with relapse, and after a relapse, my housing usually falls out from under me, and then I usually have nowhere to turn.
For people that have been there on the street for a long time, it's a totally different way of life. And
Amy Miller gets it. For about 5 years, she experienced homelessness and was addicted to heroin. Now she's sober and works at Agape.
Really the only way to get a better life is to make that first decision to change something that you don't want to change. It is frustrating seeing people not want to take advantage of that and continue to, make the choices to be stuck in the cycle that they're in.
It's going to take a little bit of everything. I think there needs to be the low barrier options, there needs to be the higher barrier, there needs to be congregate, there needs to be village, and then there needs to be that professional level of care that not every village or shelter can provide.
Now, it's worth noting that not all organized shelters are unable to get people in the door. We reached out to 10 of them, and here's what we found. Dignity Village in Northeast has a wait list. One difference we found in their rules is they allow the use of alcohol inside the tiny homes. The same goes for the Park Rose Community Village, and they too have a wait list. St. John's Village in North Portland is another one that has a wait list, but they don't allow drugs or alcohol, and villagers must go through background checks. So, like we just heard, it's not black and white. And it takes many different types of shelters and rules, and because of this, not all will operate at full capacity all the time. Ashley, Brittany?